Welcome to the Rebel to Succeed podcast. It's your boy, Anthony Williams, the founder of RebelToSucceed.com. The purpose of this podcast is to share tips, advice, and strategies to help you improve in all areas of your life. My mission is to make a positive difference in your life to help you live your best life. Now let's get it. All right, what up, good people? Today we have a special guest. I got the queen, my wife, today on this podcast. I'm pushing her out of her comfort zone. I'm pushing her out. And she agreed to sit down and do a podcast with me today to bring you guys some value, some things that, we've learned throughout our lives. And, just give you guys some value, share some things with you guys. And today, this episode is going to be about how to be more productive. Again, it's going to be about how to be more productive. And just sharing our knowledge and sharing some things that we've learned about how to be productive. And, just help you guys, build you guys up. So what you got to say, babe?
Hi, guys. How are you? Sorry, I'm a little raspy here.
She just woke up. Shut
up. Why are you telling everybody my business?
That's why you raspy.
Whatever. Hey, guys. I'm glad to be here. Super excited to give you guys our opinions of certain things. So let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started. So, I'm gonna give you, man, the first tip on how to be more productive is, it's probably one of the main things. If you think about being productive, you think about getting things done. That's literally what productivity is about. It's about getting things done. So if you think about it, when you let's say you're working at your job, or you got your own business, or you just got anything that you want to get done throughout the day. You're probably going to want to have the energy. You're going to want to eat healthy. So that's tip number one is, you want to eat healthy, and you want to do whatever you need to do, whatever boosts your energy and gets you going. That's probably going to be the number one thing. But the top tip is eating healthy, because I just did a video on this. Eating healthy is going to give you the energy that you need to basically perform. You know what I mean? You want to be able to perform, and you have to have the energy to be able to do that. So, and then it's exercise. So, it's eating healthy. First of all, I'm gonna break it down for you. Eating healthy gives you the energy that you need to be productive, because in the healthy foods, you're getting the necessary nutrients, you're getting the vitamins, you're getting whatever your body needs to perform at a high level. You dig what I'm saying? So if you think about, let's think about like athletes. When you think about athletes, you can almost guarantee that those athletes are going to be eating certain types of foods. They're going to be exercising. They're going to be making sure that they're getting enough sleep. They're going to be, basically doing the things that's going to give them optimal energy to be productive. So I can guarantee you, if you look at somebody like a LeBron, or what's like a LeBron, like a Stephen Curry, or any type of high athlete that's performing at a high level, I can almost guarantee you that they're probably going to be on a strict diet. Now ask yourself, why are they on a strict diet? Because they're eating the type of foods that's going to be able to help them to perform at the highest level. They got a job. Their job is about performing. And if you don't have the energy to perform, you're not going to get paid. Just think about think about people who like I'm pretty sure that some of the listeners that's listening to this podcast right now, you may be working a job, and if you're working a job, what are you getting paid for? You're getting paid for performance. So to be able to perform, you got to be able to have the energy to perform because you're getting paid off of performance. Wouldn't you agree, babe?
That's true. So that means you need to go ahead and make sure that you have breakfast first thing in the morning, and also whatever else that gets you started in the morning, you be consistent with that and stay focused on that. So you also want to just keep make sure. Well, my thing is coffee. Sorry, no, that's not super healthy. But if you're not adding a lot of sugar, I don't actually add sugar at all to mine's. So I mean that just keeps me on my toes. That helps my performance at work
Right.
actually.
Right. That's something that I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who actually who drink coffee to get them going in the morning. But like I did research. I was kind of biased about coffee in the past, but there are like coffee
Yes,
is
he called it my drugs, guys.
yeah,
It's
but I
like
mean,
because
but
it's really drugs.
now I'll say this. I said it like I call it a drug because I did research. I'm like a nerd. I'm pretty sure you guys know that by now just from listening to my podcasts. But I like to research a lot and I like to investigate. I like to learn and I started doing like some research on like coffee. And when I found out that hey, that coffee changes your brain, I'm like, well, hey, how the hell is it? Excuse the language. I'm like, how the hell is it changing your brain? So I'm thinking, okay, if it changes your brain, the things that change your brain or affect your brain, those are kind of like drugs. So but don't get me wrong. For all of the listeners that's listening right now, if you drink coffee, there's nothing wrong with drinking coffee. There's nothing wrong if coffee, gets you going in the morning. If it's like coffee is like some people's exercise.
Right. So I mean, but also with that coffee, you also want to have some type of grains or something. Might as well say what? Something that'll keep you full for a while to keep that pumping. That just to keep you pumping in the morning. That's all.
Right. So there's nothing wrong. Like you can use the coffee. Just be monitor your coffee. Now I will say that. Now I know like when I used to drink coffee, I used to I used to go a little bit overboard and I used to drink coffee till like 5, 6 at night.
And be up all
And
night
and then I
long.
and then I'm up all night and I'm like, oh, I'm knocking my babe on the side like, babe, I
Babe,
can't
you up?
sleep.
Babe, you up?
So
No, no, go to bed.
you want to just monitor your coffee intake because coffee again it does affect your brain, and you want to make sure that your body is regulating the caffeine. Make sure that basically the caffeine is out of your system when it's time to go night night. You know what I mean? So you don't want to go. You don't want to be all ready to go and all amped and hype when it's time to go night night. So just regulate the time that you're drinking your coffee and regulate how much caffeine you're putting into your body. So I'll say that. But the main thing is just being healthy, man. Like that in itself, being healthy. If you can sustain like a healthy diet, and you're eating the things that's going to give you like natural energy and stuff like that. That's one of the main ways that you can be productive. And then on top of that, like me personally, I'm like an exercise type person. For me, like my coffee, like some people's coffee is caffeine. My coffee is like exercise. That gets me amped in the morning. I like to get some music flowing. You know what I mean? Get me amped and hype and ready to go and attack whatever goals that I have for that day. So
True.
just make sure. I'll add on to this. I'll say this because there's one thing that I've learned that for you to be productive, if in anything, you want to make sure that your mind is in the right place. So that's basically what this first tip is giving you is basically you're starting the day off in a productive mode. So like if you're eating healthy, it's putting your mind is giving your mind what it needs to be productive. When you
To stay
exercise,
focused,
exactly,
stay
exactly.
consistent. It just helps. I mean, and it doesn't take much either. Pack some stuff the night before, guys. Couple grapes, put them in the refrigerator. A couple strawberries, put them in little baggies, and just that way in the morning you just grab them things and go. Be on the way and go.
So I mean, I agree with that, huh? I agree with that, and I mean, prepare. Like if you going like on an overnight trip or something like that, if you got to be productive. Like maybe you got to do a conference or something, or you got to go overnight to do whatever, and you need to be productive the next day. You want to make sure that you're prepared. You definitely want to make sure that you're prepared. So I don't want to expand too long on the first tip. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure y'all got the point. But look, man, main thing is eating healthy and exercising and making sure that your mind is in a productive mind state, whether that be like stretching or doing whatever you gotta do in the morning. But make sure that your mind is in a productive state. And the second thing is, I'm really big on the second thing, and the second tip is basically setting goals. You know what I mean? Like, man, here's my question. Let me ask you this: how are you going to be productive if you don't have anything that you're trying to work for? Like, ask yourself that. If you don't have a goal, like what are you trying to be productive for? Like, like what is the point? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand like people like my mom used to say, you running around with your head cut off like a chicken with his head cut off. Like you don't know what's going on. You don't know where you're going. So I mean that should be common sense. Like you should have something that you want to achieve throughout the day. You know what I mean? Like if you working your job, you already know, okay, when I get to the job, this is what I need to get done. This is what I'm doing. You have a goal. Like your boss has set up something that they want you to do. And when you get those things done, then you're that in itself is you being productive. You know what I mean? What you gotta say about that, huh?
Well, also just think about your big picture. Think about your long haul. Um, Make sure you're setting, minor little goals each day just to make sure that you can accomplish what your big picture is. Figure out what you want your big picture to be. Look at your children or, your lifestyle or, other family members and just see where you do and don't want to go. So set those goals, make those priorities. Do little things by day. And you know what? Not too long ago, a girlfriend of mine, she actually had like a little gathering or whatever. Us girls, we pretty much did like a vision board type thing, and it was pretty cool. We all the girls got together, we sat down, we ate, and we all presented everything that we truly wish to accomplish, whether it be small, whether it be big. That's just what we did, and it actually came out to be pretty cool. Um, a lot of girls they were starting their own businesses, whether it's like just natural oils, natural butters,
Oh yeah,
natural.
that's what's up.
Some
I
girls
didn't even
did
know
their
that.
like eyelash stores. Well, not stores, but they're starting their own little businesses outside their houses and stuff. And it's our job as a community to help build each other up. So just make sure that, you set your goals and you make them known. They don't have to necessarily be known to everyone else, but you know that that's what it's set up for. And then, you just said have it somewhere up in your house. So then that way you can see, okay, you know what? Even if you're having a hard day, a rough day, you look at them goals and be like, oh,
Right.
you know what? I'm
Yeah.
focused. Let me get this done.
Right.
Let me see what I can do today that'll help with my goals that I set for myself.
Right. And I'll add on to that. Most I will say this because my queen was talking about my babe. She was talking about like when she got together, it was a bunch of like people starting their own businesses, and we got to build each other up in that community. I truly believe in that because um, for one, there's a lot of when I look around and I see like a lot of businesses, you don't see a lot of black owned businesses. Um, I don't want to make it like a race thing, but it's just facts. You don't see a lot of black owned businesses, and um, I really want to help a lot of black people focus on building up the business. You know what I mean? Because I mean, a lot of our families don't come from a business background, and that's one thing that I know for sure that could change your financial future if you think about building business instead of going to work for somebody else. So when I hear that people are going and starting their own businesses, that's love, man. I know that people are getting the point and people are trying to change their financial destiny. It's not just like we're getting educated and we know that we got to go and we got to create something of our own. And you have to be supportive of that because a lot of the times, a lot of people, nobody was taught to go start a business. You know what I mean? Like nobody sat me down and was like, yo, like you need to go and start your own business if you want to change your financial future in the future. So I had to go and learn this on my own. So it's like when I see somebody trying to start their own business, I'm automatically going to support that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it all starts with a goal. So if you don't have a dream or a goal that you want to achieve, you never going to start a business. I mean, that's just.
I mean, but even if you start little, this way you be like, okay, I accomplished this, and that's good enough. And then you set another goal. It doesn't have to be like 1,001 goals or anything like that. You just go ahead and you set the small things up first. This way you can get that clarity that you need to be like, you know what? I actually like doing this. I'm going to do this now.
Right.
And then set that goal for yourself.
Right. So, we'll end that tip with that. Just set a goal. You know what I mean? First off, you want to eat healthy to be productive, and then you want to have some type of goal to be productive for. And the third tip, I'll start the third tip off by saying that this is just common sense, but I'm gonna share it with you guys. You want to have a plan. So once you have a goal, you can't just have a goal and just expect for you to automatically just reach your goal. Like you have to have some type of plan to reach your goal. And that's our third tip is make a plan. Like have a plan out what you have to do throughout the day. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have a plan, if you don't know step by step what you need to get done throughout that day, then you may get stuck on one thing. You know what I mean? Or you don't like again. I'll piggyback what my mom used to say. Like you're running around with a chicken with his head cut off because you don't have a plan. You don't have a step by step plan or a sequence of events or things that you need to do throughout the day to reach your ultimate daily goal. So you have to have some type of a plan. You have to have a plan. You got anything to piggyback that on, babe? Nah.
No, I mean you pretty much got it. You make that plan. You prioritize, see what can be done today and what can't be done today, and you make sure you put the things that need to be done on a definite.
Right. Yeah, I like that priority.
Prioritize. So make sure you get whatever you can get done today. And then whatever you can't, don't beat yourself up. You always have tomorrow, but just make sure you make good use of that tomorrow too, though. All right.
Right. So yeah, that's a major thing. Like I hope you guys heard that. She said prioritize. So that means that if you have some daily goals that you want to get done to ultimately reach your ultimate daily goal, which is I'll give you an example because I know a lot of people they like to people like to see things, and I'm breaking it down in kitty form. So let's say your ultimate goal for the day is it may be you want to exercise, you want to go and run you a mile or something, and then you want to go and do some food shopping. So what are some things that you're probably going to have to plan out? You're probably going to have to plan out, maybe what are you going to wear? What are you going to eat to have the energy to be able to go and run and do the shopping? What route you going to take to get to the supermarket? I don't know if I said this already or not, but what clothes you going to wear? And just it's just small things. And I just want to give you guys like a picture of how making a plan works. Like you may not even realize that you're planning, but this is what you're doing. And for you to reach any goal, you have to have some type of plan. So I mean, just don't run around don't be that chicken running around with his head cut off. So I'll leave tip 3 with that, and we're gonna go to tip 4, which is being consistent. Now this is one thing that I'm actually working on personally. I'm very transparent in my talks with you guys because I feel like this is a very podcasting to me is like a very honest thing to do, and it's like I'm just sitting here having a conversation with somebody. But being consistent is something that I used to struggle with, and I'm learning that without consistency, you can never really get anything done. I mean, well, you can get some things done. It just may take you a while to get it done. So, if your ultimate goal, I'll give you an example. If your ultimate goal is to build you a business and you only work on your business every once in a while, and then maybe you got a friend who's trying to build a business and they working on their business every day at this set time, I can almost guarantee you that the friend that's working on their business every day or every week, or they have a consistent time that they're working on their business, they're probably going to reach their goal a whole lot faster than you are, because it's the consistency. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're training. It's like you're training your mind, and you're giving yourself that momentum to keep going forward instead of just bouncing around. You know what I mean? You want to add anything, babe?
No. I mean,
She said, "No, you hit that one, babe. You good."
No, you good. I mean, being consistent is great. Sometimes I get it. Being consistent is hard with the life that you may have already, but there again is where prioritize coming in at. So you already you set that goal, right? You prioritize. You make sure that that's the number one thing that you get done. If you don't get anything else done, to make sure that you got an inch up on your goal that you set. So that's all.
Word. So I mean, be consistent, man. Like if you look at I like to take it I like to give you guys like picture form. So if you take a look at like somebody I like to look at athletes, or let's say Kobe. I love like Kobe and his work ethic. Like if you go and you study Kobe, I mean, for those of y'all who don't know who Kobe is, if you don't know who Kobe is,
we showing our age a little bit. Wait, no,
we
can't. No,
if you don't know who Kobe is, go slap yourself for real. I mean, but Kobe was he's one of the best basketball players ever played the game. But if you go and you do some research on first of all, I'll say this: everybody considers Kobe as like a top athlete, and if you go and you do some research on Kobe was consistent with his work ethic for him to be able to play at a high level that he played at. So, look at I heard stories of Kobe. He used to go and, he used to practice before the game. He'd practice after the game. Even on the off season, he's practicing every day. Or even just like a LeBron or Stephen Curry, like all of these top athletes, if you go and you look at their daily lives, like they're consistent on the things that they need to do to be able to play at a high level, to be able to be productive. You see what I'm saying? Like consistency is the key. If you're not consistent with it, you're going to slip off. It's easier to slip off if you're not doing it every day. It's like you're building that. It's like that what they call it, like muscle memory or that brain memory or that momentum to keep going, because it's like you're getting small wins every day. And when you get small, it's like when you're winning every day, you're going to want to keep winning. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Until you can get that ultimate win, which is your ultimate daily goal or your ultimate goal of all time. So you want to be consistent in what you're doing. If you don't establish consistency, you're probably you're going to slack off, and it's going to take you a whole lot longer to reach your goal. And I think we're going to leave tip 4 at that. And moving on to our last tip on how to be more productive is just be disciplined. And I say be disciplined because you got to discipline yourself to be consistent. Like that's just that. I mean that's just. I'm not gonna. I say common sense. I mean it may not be common sense to some people, but it's just it's very needed. You know what I mean? Like for you to be consistent, you got to discipline yourself to go and get up. And like if your goal is to go and be the best basketball player in the world or to make it to the NBA, you're gonna have to discipline yourself to go to the gym to practice. Like you got to discipline. Like some days, your friends might be like, "Yo, man, let's go to the club or let's go and like, nah, bro, I gotta go and practice, man. I got a goal that I'm trying to reach. I got a dream." And some people may not understand that, but that's where that discipline comes in.
You gotta want it.
Right.
When you know you want something so bad that you can like taste it or see it, it's just like, man, no, let me get up, let me get this done. And then, like I said, you'll be that one step closer.
Right, like I'll give you guys like another visual. It was me and my wife's dream to go and this house that we sitting in right now to go and I'll say this: the house that we're sitting in right now, we had to it took some discipline for us to buckle down on our finances and to get to basically to put everything in the proper place that we needed to be able to qualify for this house. And we had to be disciplined on our finances, on the things that we cut out of our finances, on the things that we added in to be able to save money, and just being disciplined in that area. Like we got our house, we're sitting in it now, but it took some discipline.
Girls, my shopping took a major hit. I'm trying to tell you. But it was all worth it in the end, You get that prize that you've been waiting for so long and that you've been wanting for so long. It's like, dang. And, you get that when you reach that goal and it makes you feel so good. So then I went shopping, okay? So, look, like, I got the shop for the house. So, it's all gravy.
And then I went shopping.
It's all gravy. So you got to want it bad enough. Know what you can live without for a little while or even for good, because everything that you do isn't always, healthy or good for you. So just see what you can live without, see what you, just change some things around. Even if you need help, sometimes people do need help. So if you need help, call that one person you can trust just to help. And then maybe you can do like a buddy system possibly, just to keep you focused a little bit. There's nothing wrong with having a buddy system. So,
discipline. Look, man, if you don't have the discipline to be able to do whatever you need to do, I'll just put it in perspective like this. This is how you deserve whatever goal you want. If you're not disciplined to do whatever it is that you need to be able to do to reach your goal, you don't deserve your goal because you're not disciplined enough to do what you need to do to get it. So, like, if you really want your goal, you're going to see how disciplined you are. Okay? Just ask yourself, how bad do I really want this goal? You know what I mean?
How bad do I want that new car?
Right. Like, how bad do I want this body, or I want to lose this amount of weight, or I want to get this house or this car or this amount of money? Like, how bad do you really want it?
How bad do you want to be old enough to live to see your children have children and your grandchildren have children? Like, let's think about that. Like, so just you have to, buckle down here. Discipline yourself.
Be disciplined, y'all. So, those are the, I don't want to make this podcast too long, but those are the 5 tips on. Those are our 5 tips on how to be more productive, and hopefully you found some value in this, man. Hopefully this helps you. That's the whole goal with this whole movement that I'm trying to build. I'm not even gonna say trying. That I'm building.
That you building.
That I'm building, and that I'm bringing. I just want to bring you guys value and focus on building up other people, because I understand that, we're all most fulfilled in life when we're helping other people. You know what I mean? So hopefully you found some value in this podcast. And I was about to say video because I be doing video, but hopefully you found some value in this talk and this little conversation with me and my queen. And hopefully, it helps you to be more productive in whatever goal you're trying to achieve. You know what I mean? So go out there, make your dreams a reality. I always practice that. Just be aware of what you need to do to be able to reach your dreams. You know what I mean? So, and I can almost guarantee you, for you to be able to reach your goal or your dreams, you're going to have to be aware of how productive that you need to be and what it takes to be productive. So, go do what you got to do, man. Get busy, do what you got to do. And you got any last words, huh?
Nah, just set those goals, guys. Get it pushing.
Get it pushing. So, okay. So get it pushing. You heard her. Get it pushing. So, yeah, we're gonna end this episode off with that. Get it pushing. And just be productive, y'all. Focus on what you need to do. Eat healthy, set your goals, make a plan, be consistent, and be disciplined in being consistent. And I can almost guarantee you that you're going to get way more done. So that's me and the queen in this podcast episode, giving you some tips on how to be more productive. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. I want to thank you for joining me today and listening to this podcast. If you found this episode helpful or valuable in any way, then I encourage you to leave an honest review and subscribe to the Rebel to Succeed podcast for future episodes. To receive more content and value, make sure to visit the Rebel to Succeed website at www.rebeltosucceed.com. And finally, always remember that to succeed in life, you have to reach everyone by exercising love. So make sure to show somebody some love today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time.